Datapad load complete. Identity check confirmed. Beginning message playback.
With the ongoing ramifications of the recent events aboard the USS Shitshow, plans have had to be brought forward outside of our current predicted models. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to awaken Agents Tom and Rob from deep psychoactive sleep, bring them up to speed with the current mission brief, apprehend the anomaly, and bring it to the rendezvous location at coordinates 2, 3.17.4, 6.11. If you or any other members of your SI team are caught or killed, Starfleet will disavow any knowledge of your actions. Good luck, Agent Court. This datapad will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Here we go again. If it's not multidimensional squids and alternate timeline kidnappings, it's warp core smoke monsters and useless agents. Tom, can you and Rob meet me in Cargo Bay 19? I've got something I need to speak to you about.
Yeah, sure. See you in a bit.
Right. Where's that hypo spray?
Ah! Oh, gross.
What the fuck, mate? What's in that bottle? What's in that bottle? It stinks.
Sausages.
What do you mean, sausages? Is this sausage water? Have you sprayed us with sausage water?
Sausages?
Where did you get sausage water from? The replicator.
Sausages?
Oh, I get. Is this a game? Okay. Bacon.
Oh, my turn. Gammon.
Nice.
Sausages!
No, you said that already.
Sausages! Damn you!
I don't think he knows the rules.
Oh, I don't think he does either.
Why isn't it working? Instructions were easy enough. Spray them with the activation silica, declare the awakening word. It should work.
You're going to need to speak up.
Yeah, it's rude to whisper.
Are you both seriously telling me you don't remember anything?
You're going to have to be way more specific than that.
Starfleet intelligence mean anything to you? V! Commander Roller N! Names ringing any bells?
I know what Bell is.
Yeah, Rob has plenty of the Starfleet, but not much of the intelligence, if you know what I mean. We know what it is, but we've no idea who they are. I'm failing to see what this has to do with us.
Just another day in the office. Right, to put this bluntly, you two aren't who you think you are.
Aren't we?
No, you aren't.
Oh, I'm not a changeling, am I? Oh shit. Tom, I'm a fucking changeling. Don't tell the captain here. He's gonna have me killed. Tom, you gotta hide me. Hide me.
Shit. Okay, look, let's get you to my quarters. There we can grab my go bag.
You got a go bag?
Yeah, zombies.
Ah, of course.
Shut up, you idiots! Rob, you're not a changeling!
Oh, thank God.
Shit, then I must be the changeling.
Ah!
No one's a changeling!
Oh, phew. You shouldn't go around telling people they're changelings, Adam.
Yeah, seriously, it's not cool. Especially when we're on our way to our interview.
Fuck the interviews. This is important.
It might be important to you, Mr. Everyone's favourite ensign, but I'm fed up with clearing up spunk from Deck 19.
Me too. Loads of upper deck promotions have opened up after last month's multi-dimensional disturbances.
You mean deaths?
Yeah, I was just trying to be polite.
No, sorry, of course, no, sorry for interrupting.
That's not a problem, mate. Thank you for trying to correct me, though. It's good that we have this kind of relationship.
Anytime, we only have each other after all.
Bloody hell, you two are annoying.
Moody?
Yes, I'm moody. You've got no idea what's going on, do you? You two are supposed to be helping me. What? Bloody vacuum bots. Why are there so many of them? They're all over the damn place. You can't move for the fucking things.
This is what we're saying. The ship has lost so many crew members that they've had to resort to the cleaning bots to cover positions of all the lower deck ensigns that have been promoted.
Exactly. And we want in on some of that sweet upper deck's bunk space.
Guys, seriously, I need to speak to you about the anomaly.
Not you as well.
Rob's already said sorry. Don't you start on him as well.
I'm not. I mean, I need you guys to help.
Ensign Court, you are requested urgently on the bridge to assist docking procedures to Deep Space Nine. Please attend your station immediately.
I haven't got time for this.
Off you go then, favourite boy.
Look, meet me back here after your interviews.
Yeah, no problem.
We aren't really meeting him back here, are we?
Fuck no.
Oh, sorry, little guy. I'll get out your way. God, those things are so cute.
See, Ensign Socks has been putting googly eyes on them.
That was him. That's hilarious.
Get the fuck out of our way. Go on, fuck off.
Please, sir, just calm down.
The hell?
Calm down. Don't fucking tell me to fucking calm down. You jumped up, triple rimming, poncy fucking Starfleet cunt.
Sir, seriously, there is no for this. I'm sure this is just a big misunderstanding.
The only misunderstanding here, Captain Cunt, is you're trying to park that piece of shit Starfleet nonce-mobile in my bay.
Sir, we have special permission from Admiral Chesters and Captain Sisko to dock in this bay.
Oh, fuck Captain Sisko. Fuck Admiral Chesters. And fuck you.
Computer, mute communication.
Don't you
Affirmative.
fuck...
You requested my presence, Captain.
Ah, Ensign Court. Yes. Take over comms. We are still awaiting a replacement for Lieutenant Lusions, and this wanker's doing my head in.
Of course, sir.
Computer, unmute communications.
Affirmative.
You are right dry humping, bulg spit roasting, bajoran fondling, Ferengi dressing, non-betazoid eating cum guzzler. You press that fucking mute button again, I'll come over to that tin can you call a fucking shit and smack you to death with a wet end. And for good measure, I'll get my last bottle of Chateau Picard 2386 and shove it right up your shit shoe.
Bloody hell.
Who the fuck are you? Where's your noncy captain?
Captain Telfer has requested I take over any further communications with you.
Oh, of course he has. Pussy. My bad. Captain Pussy.
Quite. Now, I can see from your docking request's transit data you've come quite a long way. Biffo Nebula, if I'm correct.
What gives it away? With the fucking scratches on my hole? That's not gonna take cut out, mate.
More the space whale ejaculate seeping from your aft torpedo launcher bay.
Yeah. Those balls have been hanging around for a while now. Horny bastards won't leave. Did you know one's slightly bigger than the other?
Yeah, we're familiar with Paul and Eli. Never mind. Look, back to the matter in hand. I can see you're requesting access to docking in Sector Charlie, Quadrant 17, Alpha 3. Is that correct?
Oh, for fuck's sake, you know it is, you knob jockey.
Well, I'm sorry to be the one to inform you, but the USS Shitshow's now been assigned that bay, as you can see here on our DS9 docking permit certificate.
I don't give a fuck what that certificate says. This is my spot. It's always been my spot. It was my spot last time, and it was my spot the time before that. So now move that piece of shit tugboat you call a spaceship and get the fuck out of my way. Why don't you go and fuck First Contact up in some distant star system, or better still, roll out that certificate and show it up your fucking arse.
Okay, I've had enough of this.
Oh, cry me a river. The little bitch boy's had enough. What you gonna do about it?
Good question. Kind of spot the choices.
Ensign, what are you doing?
I've had enough of this pussyfooting around.
Weapon systems controls transferred to comms station. Command override Archimedes. Code 101001 Omega.
Fuck you, dickface. I've had enough of this ball bag.
Weapon systems online.
Ensign?
Whoa, weapon systems online. Have your balls just dropped?
Captain, they've activated their weapon systems.
Raise shields! Go to red alert! Ensign Court, what the bloody hell are you doing? Lieutenant Wolf, get back control of the weapon system. Adam, stand down!
Fuck this ship! Fuck this assignment! and fuck your parking spot.
That's the spirit.
Security to the bridge.
Firing photon torpedoes, full spread.
Yes, yes. This is what it's all about. This is living. You win. You win. Wait, what in the actual fuck?
That was a direct hit. How has his ship not been blown into a million pieces?
Holograms, Captain.
Weapon systems return to tactical station.
Holograms? And you didn't think to tell me?
Well, I needed you to sound authentic, Captain.
Get the fuck off my bridge.
Sir?
We can be friends. The bay is yours. I love that guy.
What?
Let me in.
Huh? What?
Let me in.
Who said that?
I can help you. I can make you strong.
Strong?
You want to be strong, don't you?
Who's there?
I can help you. I can give you everything you want.
Is this a dream?
Yes. Yes. Just let me in. And I can give you everything you ever wanted.
Everything I've ever wanted? Even the promotion?
Of course.
But what about my friends? I can't leave the lower decks without them. We've always said together or not at all.
Your friends don't care about you.
Now I know this is a dream. My friends love me. I'm like super cute and stuff.
They hate you up. Adam despises you. He thinks you are lazy.
Yeah, can be a bit lazy.
Simon thinks you are a joke.
Still, far off. It's all a matter of perspective, I guess.
Tom said you were dumb and not funny.
What the fuck? I'm well funny.
Yes. See, he told me so. He goes around all the time saying, not funny, Rob. Not funny, Rob the wanker.
Wanker?
Not funny, Rob. The wanker of Wangtown. Biggest wanker who ever wanted a wank.
You know, that does sound like something he'd say.
He said, you're not funny enough for the promotion. You weren't worthy of it.
Bastard.
Let me help you.
How?
Let me in.
Are you in? What? Like the door?
You could say that.
Computer, open the door.
Affirmative.
Where are you?
Idiot.
Ooh, that's not nice.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
Lettuce in.
And I'm meant to be the dumb one.
Tom,
Sorry to wake you. Can you meet me in Hangar Bay 3? I need to talk to you. Ahoy hoy.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you?
Good. Well, good. All right. I suppose still coughing.
I'm going to say, even though I've not heard it yet, that was an amazing USS Shitshow.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah.
I know it's going to be good. I've seen the edit work you've done on it so far.
It's not finished yet.
It's going to have been beautiful.
It's a 4-scene masterpiece. Air quotes.
100. And it's going to be everyone that's just listened to it are going to be going, wow.
Well, they haven't heard it all because there's stuff at the end.
Ooh, is there?
First 3. Well, I'm saying this now because I'm editing it, but I don't know how I'm going to put it together. I have to cut this out. First 3 scenes. First 3 scenes at the start. 4th scenes at the end.
Make sure you listen to the end, then, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember, you always listen till the pip.
Absolutely.
Go on then, brother. What you been up to?
Fuck all.
Yeah,
work,
good.
and more work. I've seen no sci-fi. I've been watching really happy stuff on TV. Law and Order Special Victims Unit. So, really happy stuff. But you've got me addicted to Cult of Lamb.
God,
I
that's so
am
good.
pretty much addicted to it at the moment. My little lamb running around, butchering everything it can.
Would you like to tell the listeners what you've named all of your characters? Because you get little villages and you can rename them.
Yeah, so at the moment I have prick, cunt, jizz, chlamydia, anus, cumbucket. I can't think of the other names now. Anus died recently, by the way. He was an old horse that I adopted from someone else's clan.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, of course I'll have him. Then he died and everyone was sad. So I took up the ritual to perform a funeral and everyone was happy again.
I've got a funeral ritual. Oh, I haven't got a funeral ritual.
I went for the funeral ritual to bring up my my happiness sort of rating, my faith rating, which it did quite well.
So what was the opposite to that? Was it sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I took sacrifice.
Yeah, I've got that one now as well.
Okay, right, yeah. It's good to say I took sacrifice. And I just dump their bodies unceremoniously in the ground.
Oh yeah, I've got body holes.
Yeah. Do you prepare the body?
Because
you can just take the meat off them.
Can you?
Yeah, so you can either prepare the body. I haven't took the meat off them yet because there's always a crowd of them round.
Oh,
Because you use the follower meat and stuff to do rituals.
Oh, that's why I had a cannibal thing come up. So I must have done that by mistake in front of all of them because
Yeah, maybe because
cooking, it was like cannibal special or something.
Oh no, yeah, one of the meals is you can give them follower meat.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I accidentally did that. Sorry, but I'm also quite impressed that I've managed to find 2 necklaces already. So one of my followers just never sleeps.
Yeah, I've got
one
a
of them
couple
is
yeah.
always now happy.
Yeah,
and what was the other thing? And I don't know what I've done, but one of my followers only does golden or
poos,
white turds.
Yeah.
And they give me like the best berry bushes, so I'm looking after those ones.
I've just got 2 that they do a kind of a weird golden poo that when you pick it up, loads of coins drop on the floor.
Yeah.
Is that one?
Yeah, but then I can use that as the fertilizer on the
Yeah,
farm.
then use that,
and then you get
yeah.
golden berries and lots of money from that too, which I thought was quite cool.
Oh, do you? I did not know that.
Yeah, you get special berries and money from those
right,
ones.
Okay.
And then of course, Prick's a dissident.
What a
After
prick.
making chlamydia eat poop twice, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I've got one that does that.
Yeah. He then became a dissident. So at the moment, I'm just waiting for sacrifice to cool down so I can sacrifice him for the good of the many.
Yeah. Well, is he actually left you though? Because he's gone then.
No, he's walking around at the moment
Oh,
with
you
his
put him
little
in-
red diamond.
Oh yeah. So I've got the stocks.
I don't have any of that. I haven't got enough wood to build anything.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, God damn it, I need to build them a toilet because they're shitting everywhere, which is causing me a problem with sickness. So what do I do? So I just keep educating him every day, waiting for ritual to come out of cooldown so I can just call everyone in and just say, kill him.
Yeah, he's gone.
I've taught you about it, ladies and gents. I've taught you all. You're fine with this, and they are, and it will give me a good faith boost.
Yeah. People should play this. It's on pretty much everything. Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, computer.
100%. In fact, on a Switch, I bet it's amazing
Yeah,
on the
it'd be
Switch.
fun
actually.
on the Switch.
Portable. Ooh. I might have to do that. I might just have to start again and just do it on the Switch.
Yeah, because we've got it through the PlayStation Plus. But you'd have to buy it, obviously, because I don't think Nintendo's got anything like that, does it?
True. I'll just leave it on the PlayStation then. But that's it.
I have watched some stuff.
But not Supernatural.
Still not Supernatural, not gone back to it.
Oh,
I know, sorry to disappoint you all. We've been watching the second series of Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you remember, I was writing reviews for every episode of season 1. I didn't bother this time. So we're about 15 minutes into the last episode of season 2. We've binged it over the last few days. It's so fucking good. It's nowhere near as brutal and gory as season 1 was. There's so much shock factor in series 1. But I think that's because Lestat... Have you seen the film? Are you familiar with any of the characters? So Lestat in the films is played by Tom Cruise. His character is really fucked up. And he makes Louis, who is Brad Pitt's character in the films. Don't ask me who the actors are in the series. I don't know. But, oh my God, the dog's fucking rotten
have
fart.
You shit yourself?
No, that is... Sorry, that is so bad, Link.
This is... I'm painted.
That's gross. Right, sorry, everyone. Not that you can smell it. It's just completely sidetracked us. Rotten.
Dirty boy.
What was I saying? Yeah, so Lestat is in season 1 way more. So there's the brutality comes because of him and his character. And then he's not in season 2 so much. It's more Louis and his relationship with another character.
Right, okay.
But it's really, really good. Really, really good. I'm really interested to see how it's going to end. Because it's kind of getting to the point of what happens in the end of the film. So apparently they've got another season. I don't know what there's going to be in it. But the books go on forever.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I was going to say, it's probably just a continuation.
From my understanding, someone can correct me who knows, the Interview with the Vampire film is only based on like one book, from my understanding. And then there's loads of books all about Lestat. So, or Lestat, however you're supposed to pronounce his name. Yeah, so we've been watching that. It's really, 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 really good. I think Deadpool and Wolverine's out now. So
1st of October it came out, so you've got to get on that.
So we'll finish watching this and I think we'll go on to that. So
nice.
As of recording, it's the 2nd of October, Wednesday. So might get a chance to watch it tomorrow if I'm not editing.
Ooh.
Other than that, that's actually it really. We've been watching that. I've been playing Cult of the Lamb like you.
Nice.
Throne and Liberty came out yesterday, so SideQuest Mark and I played that a little bit. It's an MMO. Free to play on the computer. That's it, really. More games than anything.
Well, that's what I've been playing more games than anything. But then again, I'm just I'm just looking here. I've got 3 films booked.
Oh, cool.
I've got on Friday at 7:45 Zombieland 15th anniversary.
Yeah, you said this last time. Yeah,
then
that's coming up. Good.
17th of October, Smile 2.
Oh, God.
I quite liked the first one in a cheesy horror way. It was.
I enjoyed it. I found it quite scary.
It was disturbing, so I'm looking forward to it. And then, 25th of October, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. I really want to hear what you think of that.
It's only £5. Well, I've got my Cineworld card anyway, but their horror season, apparently, it's £5 tickets.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of how much the prices should be. Come at me.
Enter authorization code.
Da, 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 da.
No.
Da, 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 da,
You've got to do the
da, da,
Lower Decks theme, and you can't think of it, can you?
No, I just watched it literally half an hour ago.
Yeah. Oh, the first thing I've got to say then, it's a Voyager heavy episode.
Yeah.
Why I think they should have done a special animated intro in the style of the Voyager with the Cerritos instead. You know, like they did with Strange New World. Mm-hmm. They should have done that for this episode, to have it as Cerritos going through the Voyager thing and fucking up the whole Voyager one instead.
That was one of the best intros ever, that Strange New World, when they did the
It was
Lower Decks intro.
genius. So good. So good.
Season 4, Episode 1 of Lower Decks, Twovix. I had a crisis, as I told you off of air, that I suddenly started watching. I was like, shit, we've done this. But no, we did Twovix.
We did.
The
Twovix,
actual
not
Voyager
Twovix.
episode, not Twovix. And also, we spoke about this episode when we did the Lodex special.
We did.
So we
and
might go over that slightly, but never mind, who cares?
I'm a little bit sad to say, I realised I never finished this series.
Season 4?
I got 4 episodes in from the look of it, and I've not watched the rest of the season.
You know, I got 4 episodes in, and it was ages before I went back to it, but I have finished it now.
I'm going to go back to it now because I forgot how good it was. So it just so much must have been going on. We were doing so many things. I think Helldivers had kicked in as well.
Yeah.
And that was my spare time gone. So that's what I'm going to blame it on. Not that the show was bad. It was just more that something else came along and my brain went, ooh, look, squirrel.
We did go for a very busy time with all this stuff too.
Yeah, this too. That's true. So yeah, I am going to go back and watch them. This one I had seen though.
Yeah.
And rewatching it, I love it.
Was this the one that we saw?
This is the one we saw at the special.
Yeah, so we have said that before. We went to a special. I like to pretend like we were invited, but you just saw the tickets and we went.
Yeah,
one day
nice
Paramount will email me back. One day. They won't. You know what I like about Lower Decks? The ship parts are all like 3D graphics.
Yeah.
But made to look like they're not. And they do that so fucking well. You can see it in the intro. And this episode was quite heavy with them when you see like the Voyager and stuff. It's just a really neat little thing that they do.
It's funny how things have changed with that as well, because you can see it clearly, and obviously you need to be a fan of this, Family Guy. You look at the early series of Family Guy, and it's just flat on screen animation done traditionally, kind of Simpsons, you name it. That's how it's done. And then as the seasons progress, you get more of this. Hang on, that's 3D now, but it's been painted to look 2D, and
yeah,
it seems to be kind of a technique that's been introduced in maybe the past 10 years.
But I didn't really notice it until today when in the intro when the ship's going past and it's got the big creature attached to it.
Yeah.
Well, the creature's flat 2D image attached to the 3D ship. And when you see it, you're like, oh, it looks kind of funny, but kind of works at the same time.
Yeah.
They haven't 3D modelled the monster. They've drawn the monster.
Okay, I hadn't noticed that. I like that.
Have a look next time.
Yeah, no, I will do.
So what's this episode about? They get sent on a classified mission, don't they? And turns out the classified mission is to...
Nothing to do with the Romulans, just point out. No, nothing to do with the Romulans.
They keep saying we don't want it to do with the Romulans. It's to escort or rather fly Voyager somewhere to Earth.
Back to Earth. So it can be on the ground on Earth before it's put into the Starship Museum in space. It's going to be on the ground for a little while, and then it's going to be put back into space to be part of the Starfleet Museum.
Yeah. And they managed to fuck it up.
Oh boy. Yeah. But is it their fault?
I don't think at any point it is anyone's fault.
Never anyone's fault. They didn't clean up. Macrovirus escaped. Absolutely the person who was cleaning up's job. Not the USS Shitshow crew.
Yeah, not Boimler's fault.
Not Boimler, no.
Who's great in this episode?
All of them.
I think every single one is really good.
Mariner exploding when it's like, oh my god, it's Voyager, we're doing a Voyager thing.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's how I felt in the cinema when we were watching it.
Yeah, I think everyone in that room felt that way.
And it's one of those things where you notice little bits that you didn't notice the first time round.
Yeah.
You know.
I would have liked to see more labels, because the very first thing you see is when they're going through Voyager, they're in what starts off as Captain Janeway's private room that Neelix turns into the canteen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And they've got the Neelix doll there, and then there's one label, and the label just says the recipes of Chef Neelix. But all the other labels you see throughout it, I didn't see any others that actually you could read.
I like that scene because they were putting the little bowls of food out. Someone put a vat of food out and he sniffed it and was like,
yeah.
It's like everyone knows. Did you notice all the mannequins were different members of the crew?
Yeah. So the one on the bridge that he keeps knocking over is Kim.
Yeah.
Dirty Kim.
Yeah, Dirty Kim. Yeah, that was just little neat touches like that. Like if you hadn't, for whatever reason, never seen Voyager, you would have just the episode probably would have been very confusing for you. But all the little bits wouldn't have made sense.
No, and that's talking about the mannequins. It's like, why didn't you just go for like lifelike mannequins? Instead, they're all this generic mannequin shape, but they've got the hairstyles of the crew.
Yeah.
So apparently we all know the hairstyles more than we do the crew. That's
it. I do want to, because they talk about a few times about the Neelix cheese in this episode.
Neelix cheese.
I don't want to watch the episode because I'm struggling to remember that episode.
I can't remember it.
So I think at some point we're going to have to do the Neelix cheese.
Maybe that'll have to be the next episode then.
Yeah, maybe.
Neelix cheese.
We haven't chosen one, have we? Yeah, there's all these little things of, the Vulcan girl says this ship smells like Borg.
Yes.
Which is great, someone to say. It was so funny. Where are we at? Yeah, smells like Borg. They've got they push the thing, and then of course there's the orchid. And there was a moment when I'd seen the episode twice before, maybe even 3 times before. I was like, why don't they just teleport that like we did in the shit show? Like the whole joke of it. Like, of course, the orchid's on there.
The orchid is there.
Yeah, it's just so funny.
I know I keep saying this, but the whole episode is funny. There's not one bit of it that's dry or quiet. It's funny.
And it's very fast-paced.
It is.
And not in a bad way.
And it's because it's got 2 distinct storylines going on. You've got Voyager getting more and more fucked up as it goes, and then you've got the Twovix side of the story.
Yeah.
So how should we do? How do you want to do this episode?
I think maybe this one we do kind of just go through it because it's very short.
Accessing library computer data.
We've already kind of done it really because we know where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
We've had Mariner be really excited. On multiple occasions, they've said, "I hope it's not a Romulan thing."
I thought that was just very funny. It didn't deserve to. It didn't need to be. It wasn't really funny, but it's just funny how everyone's going, I hope it's not a Romulan thing. I hate the Romulans.
Yeah, Mariner says it right at the beginning when Boimler says what his first job of the day is.
Holodeck waste duty.
Holodeck waste removal.
The thing that we have gone back to many times now on the Untitled Trek show.
Yeah.
Holodeck waste duty. And how the Falcon, I can't remember her name, says, "You are going to smell absolutely disgusting later." Thanks.
Yes. And he will do, because when he's doing the holodeck canisters, he drops one and gets that green thick
goo all over him. And I love how Ransom just walks in. It's like, promotions today.
Yeah.
As long as nothing goes wrong, you're going to be absolutely fine. And then it's just a little quiet voice. It always goes wrong.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it would all have been fine if that seed hadn't been planted. I think because that seed had been planted in his head, he was then questioning every single decision he was making, and then that
self-deprecating and
he just fucked himself up the whole time.
Self-sabotage. There you go. That's the word I was trying to think of.
That's it. They kind of they get there, they meet the guy who is running the ship, the Voyager thing. He's a weird character.
Approaching the mystery station, Captain.
I hope this isn't a Romulan thing. I hate the neutral zone.
Right? Thank you.
Sorry for the secrecy, Captain, but after all these years, we finally finished. Beljo Tweakle, curator and historian.
Curator? What are we, transporting some type of art?
Perhaps the most beautiful work of art in Starfleet history.
Oh my god, we get to do something on Voyager! Do you? Because, Boimler's gonna flip.
Yeah, sorry for keeping it secret, but we've been doing our best, and the final pieces were delivered. I'd love to know where they ordered them from.
Yeah.
It's just like, do you just order those bits, or were they just found in some warehouse, or are they not even parts of Voyager that you just found because it's from a sister ship, maybe? I don't know, but
yeah.
I quite got into the whole idea that there's these entire places, like Geordie has the Enterprise hidden away, this bloke's got Voyager hidden away, and they're just doing their best to like make it look like it was. I really quite like that. And then
what does it tell you about the logistics in Star Trek universe that these ships can go missing?
Yeah.
And these things can happen to them.
And then I just love so we've had the intro, and like we said, it would have been nice to have had a kind of a Voyager-ish one with the Cerritos just fucking it up. Would have been quite funny, but
yeah,
that's just me. And then you've got Rutherford just sticking his hand in the bio-packs going, I just wanted to see how it works. And it's just sparking away.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great character as well, all the way through. I'm going to keep saying that, but there isn't a single character in there that isn't funny, isn't good.
No, there's not a character I don't like at all. Even the ones you're not meant to like, I like Badgie.
Yeah.
And Peanut Hammer.
Great baddies. Peanut Amber, yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut Amber. She's not in this one, but yeah. Fucking hell. We have a really aggressive... I'm so bad with names of Dr. Cat.
Not to Paul.
Yes.
God damn it.
Paul was in this, would be completely different.
Tian.
Yeah. We see her as herself very briefly.
Yeah.
She looks really dishevelled more than normal. And
I love it.
She's really aggressive to that guy who's asking if she wants to take a teleportation.
Oh, yeah, he's like, yeah, do you want me to teleport you back? And he's like, yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah. And then, of course, the little petal that fell off the orchid, and we saw its little journey when it fell out of its tub, lands in his pocket beautifully, and they get teleported, and then... Boop.
So it's Billups, isn't it?
Tillips.
No, Billups is the one
that... Oh, Billups, yeah.
Yeah, is the one doing the transport. And it's, him and Dr. Tian that get merged to start with.
And they turn into Tillips. Sorry, I'm just going to sidetrack it. Miranda's been texting me this whole time. Would you like me to tell you the text messages?
Go on.
There's loads of police out the front. They're raiding a house. They've just arrested someone.
No.
Right out. Should we go have a look?
Pause the recording.
That was a bit of excitement, wasn't it?
It was. The Rozzers are outside.
All the old Bill out there.
Right, so hang on. Where were we up to? So they've just been turned into Twovix.
Tillips.
Tillips, sorry. And I love the fact that basically the museum custodian says, oh, well, this has happened before. And she just says, look, we can manage this. You get Voyager back to Earth. Just send me Catherine Drayden-Ray's logs.
This is such a good running joke.
And so he just sends it to her.
Because Mariner goes straight away, doesn't she?
It's like, well, how did they... Oh, yeah, Mariner says straight away, doesn't she? Well, Janeway just straight up killed them.
Yeah.
And so then when Ransom walks into the office, it's like, so how did Janeway do it? It's like, I can't believe... She just straight up killed him.
She just killed him, yeah. We can't do this. And then because obviously... No, it's Jax that comes in.
Oh, it's Jax. Sorry, yeah.
Because then he's like, but we're not stuck in the Alpha Quadrant.
We
just
go
to
the
Earth.
Delta Quadrant. We can just go to Earth.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we're going to take you to Earth. But of course, Tillips has already also had the same idea.
It literally cuts to him looking at the plan of the board, doesn't it? He goes, what?
I'm not going to die. And so he's got stuff hidden around. He's got stuff hidden in the ceiling ready.
Oh, yeah. He builds this he integrates a teleporter into his quarters, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I can't remember if it's this bit or later. They're on the bridge and they discover the weird germ, the macrovirus thing, which sounds small, but it's such a giant thing with a huge goo spewing pincer coming out of his mouth trying to get Boimler. And then they all start chasing it around because it separates and they're like, oh, block the doors.
I just love the fact that he said, what's it going to do to me? It's like, everyone's been vaccinated. It's nothing. It's like this giant. How can you vaccinate against something this big?
It's a face crab from Half-Life or from Alien, trying to get on your face. It's like, what?
But then he drops, doesn't he, as they come towards him? And it's like, Boimler, you let it get away.
It's a really good scene because the camera's like behind Boimler and it's looking into the bridge and everyone is stood there looking at him like, come on.
Yeah.
Any of them would have stopped.
And then Ransom running past him going, oh, I've got serious doubts about that promotion now. It's like, Boimler, get in here. This is your problem.
Yeah. I really like the scene as well with Ransom and the pig man.
Oh, I've got that down here.
Did you write it down? Well done. Timber is arms wide. His Ransom answers him in that language. And it's like, yeah, I was paying attention. Yeah, I paid attention. Yeah.
Because otherwise, basically, it's like, fist bump.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I was paying attention. It's like brilliant.
It was a great little scene.
Absolutely brilliant that someone has bothered to learn to Marion.
Yeah. And then we get a Pike comment. They do a little throwback.
Oh, of course, yeah, Marion says,
it's like that Pike thing.
That Pike thing we can't talk about.
Yeah, which is a nice nod. So that places this episode after the one in Strange New Worlds, and then we get to see a great bit with a new doctor. You're obviously one of the other doctors, and they talk about what's happened. Would you like to know what he says? I wrote down what he says.
Yeah, go for it.
He says they're symbiogenetically merged on a cellular level. It's quite low-level Trek wording.
No, but that is exactly the wording they use in Twovix.
Yeah, because that is the exact phrase that I made Simon say.
It is.
And they said, oh, we call it being Twovixed.
Yeah, we call... Like,
which I thought was
the
great.
picture they've got demonstrating it.
Yeah,
You've got,
I wrote that down too.
You've got the Vulcan. You've got Twovix stood there very much, and then you've got Neelix doing a little
jaunty little dance. Yeah. I've written that here as well.
That was such a beautiful little thing. Just Neelix doing this little yay, little Irish jigsaw dance.
So we're both coughing terrible.
Oh, it was absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I've got Neelix pictures doing a jig.
Yeah, I've got love the jolly stance Neelix has on the computer. It's a jaunty jig.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we call it being Twovix.
Yeah.
So it makes you question how many times has this happened since?
Yeah, exactly. But now everything really starts going wrong because the green thing is spunking everywhere.
Yeah,
and setting everything off, and then we get
the Borg thing. Then it goes into the Borg area of the...
But we get the holograms first.
Oh, yes, we get the holograms first.
Do you remember the names of the 3 holograms?
The Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Chaotica,
yeah. And the one I don't get...
Thomas...
Michael.
Oh, Michael Anderson.
Michael Sullivan.
Mr.
Anderson of The Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what episode he's from. It must be one where Janeway cheats on her husband with him, maybe. I don't know.
Well, if you're in the Dozer quadrant, you've got to get some holographic dick. Someone's got to clean up the vials of it, for God's sake. Oh, there you go, right. Michael Sullivan was a character in Tom Paris's holodeck program Paris 042. In it, Sullivan owned Sullivan's Public House, a town pub in 19th century Fairhaven Island.
So who shags him?
Well, that's what I was just wondering. Sullivan was transported off the holodeck using the Doctor's mobile emitter because, of course, Janeway explained to him about Voyager and they both returned to the holodeck. Sullivan calmed the townspeople down and convinced them that the Voyager crew meant no harm. The program was shut down for repairs, but not before the crew enjoyed one more night at Sullivan's Public House. So that was Voyager, Fairhaven and Spirit Folk.
So why do they need to go and calm the holograms down?
Sullivan was surprisingly aware of his surroundings. Kim discovered that his perceptual filter was disabled or were offline.
Fucking hell.
So, according to this, then, and based on what I've just read, and just putting a hell of a lot of reliance on me not making up too much crap, that says that holodeck characters, if you don't in your code write perceptual filter equals true,
I was just
they then basically think
they're sentient.
real.
They're fucking sentient.
They become sentient. So.
I feel like the holodeck is massively over-engineered, and that they've then had to put a load of seatbelts and bootstrap things on it to stop it from just taking over the ship.
Okay, I've got to say, Memory Alpha is a great webpage. A perceptual filter was a component of a holographic program run on holodeck. It kept the holodeck characters oblivious to anything outside the parameters of the program. This allowed a participant of the program to give computer commands to the holodeck system without the characters responding to such an action, which makes absolute sense, because you think every time the holodeck's in play and everyone's so enamored at how real it is, no one ever comments, why did Worf just say computer show door?
No, because if you just didn't,
I know
don't need the perception filter, but you could just make them
like
an
pressing
AI.
Pause on your PlayStation controller, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pause the game. The characters don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, but they don't need perception filters. So why would you need to go so far? Or is it because you want the characters to act so real? See, we didn't talk about this on our Hello to Holodeck episode. We're too busy worrying about where the cum goes. You want the characters to be so real, so they're making these Chat GPT 7 billion version people, And then like, oh fuck, we can't do this because they're all going to become sentient and kill us and wipe us all out. We need to put perception filters on. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you know what? We might need to watch that episode again then, because it's got in 2376 such a malfunction occurred with the within the Fairhaven program on the USS Voyager. Many characters within the program, including Michael Sullivan, began to question the strange activities of the members of the Voyager crew in the program. This included Tom Paris's using the computer to repair a tire on his primitive car, fair enough, and turning one of the characters, Maggie O'Halloran, into a cow as a joke. So imagine if your perception filter's turned off and someone's just come along and gone, bitch, you're a cow now, moo. The whole townspeople, witch!
Yeah, witch. We could be that in
Did
now.
we turn on the safeguards? Harry, did we turn on the... No!
No, the safeguards, yeah. That's in this
Which
too.
is in this. Bringing it back round to talking about the episode we're meant to be.
Yeah, the hologram safety protocols are set to random.
Random. I love, why have we set it to random? No, computer, set it to off. On, set it to on.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah,
it was so stupid. And it worked.
Yeah.
You would never have got away with that in the next generation of Voyager, but in this, it felt perfect.
I think it worked because when you're watching all the Voyager episodes, everyone knew Voyager was a bit kooky with some of the things it did. But when you put them all together, it just kind of exacerbates those kookiness into this word madness.
They make a comment in it, don't they? The Voyager crew just did some really weird stuff.
Yeah. It was Voyager. That's what at least she says. I'm pretty sure it was Voyager.
So, yeah. I mean, then they end up in the Borg kind of regenerative room. Then falls on the museum curator and Boimler is blamed yet again.
Yeah, and he's like, it's trying to regenerate me.
It's trying to regenerate me. It's wonderful.
What does that mean?
I can feel it regenerate. And then, obviously, the macrovirus then gets Borgified. It gets assimilated.
Yeah.
And it just flies off in this weird shape of thing with its red eye. And then the next thing you've got the little the robot Newt.
Yeah.
Run past with the little red eye piece on. It's like, that's cool.
But again, this is a fuck up by the person cleaning the ship because I think
none of that should have been live anymore.
Yeah, I think what's the engineer guy called again?
Rutherford.
I think Rutherford says, there must have been a stray nanite in there.
Yes.
And that's what's
assimilated.
And then that's what's done it, yeah. And then what was, so that's after, so a Borg nanite in a macrovine, and then they record it a macronite, is what they're calling it now, yeah. And then we get, the captain gets transformed.
And then Tillips basically decides on what's going to happen, and we get lots and lots and lots of conversions, including, probably my favourite, Swalens.
Yeah, we see him later. And he's where the doctors merged. The dolphins get merged with one of the other, with what's his name, Steve Stevens.
Steve Stevens becomes Swalens.
Which is a really good pun, by the way. That's a really good one.
Everything is so good, and it just keeps making his own horrible monster.
Yes, but you've missed a very important scene.
Oh,
Tendi and the Vulcan lady are at the bar.
Oh, yes.
And what do we see at the bar? Mugwatch.
Oh, Mugwatch. I missed Mugwatch.
Now, there's a load of glasses there. You can see them underneath the bar.
Yeah.
We've got martini style ones. We've got short little stubby ones. We've got those stupid thin ones that you see in Next Gen. They put them in there. And the Vulcan guy, I can never remember anyone's name, orders room temperature water from the replicator.
Tallinn, I think.
Tallinn, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so bland, even for a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like her character, though.
Oh, no, I enjoy her character.
She plays it perfectly, and it keeps it to the Vulcan standard across all of Star Trek, which is really hard when everyone else is having really lots of fun with their character. So I think they did a really good job at keeping that as, no, we're going to play the Vulcan straight.
Was it then Tendi says, don't you want to go see Twovix quarters? And she's like, is it Demure? Or so she says something like that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
He's like, I suppose.
But yeah, I've got that written here. Love the relationships in this.
Yeah.
Just full stop. Everyone does feel like this huge family in this.
And we get the good scene with Mariner and Boimler. She gets green spunked to a wall, doesn't she? And Boimler comes and takes it
off her face. It's like, I need an engineer.
Yeah.
So, and then, that's what he says to Ransom. It's like, I could save you. I need an engineer, and saves Rutherford instead.
Yeah. So he finds Rutherford, and it's got Ransom and the Sumerian all stuck to the wall. And
I love it. It basically saves Rutherford. It's like, Rutherford, how can we disable the ship? I've got an idea.
Yeah. And obviously he uses the Neelix cheese.
He
uses Neelix cheese.
I've got to say, I'm going to add this here. This is so much better than the original Twovix episode.
Yeah. I mean, we enjoyed the Twovix episode.
The Twovix episode
this is
very good for different reasons, but this is better.
Yeah.
Because then obviously we end up and the Vulcan and Tendi have managed to reroute the transporter, and she transports them into the brig. And I've just got it written here: meatball.
Yeah,
you've made one giant meatball.
The big blob I wrote. Yes, they merge them all into one big gross blob. And it's funny how they decide they're going to split them because by personality.
Yeah, so Tendi says, "Oh, well, we've got their personality on record," and using the tricorder that Tillips had modified earlier, she can see even deeper than normal, and it can show all the people's personalities. So yeah, I like how they bond over that. It's like, I'll do the DNA, you do the personalities.
Now, there's a great comment that the Vulcan girl says when Tendi's like, "Oh, we can do their emotions, tell the difference," and then she says, "How am I supposed to tell the difference between a whale and Steve Stevens?" Which I just thought was so good.
Poor Steve Stevens.
Even now, I'm still I was laughing like this on the sofa when she said it. And it just, I don't know, there's something about that that tickled me so much. And her delivery was so good.
Who do you feel worse for, though? The whale or Steve Stevens? But yeah, obviously they managed to transport them. They get all that bit done. Voyager gets creamed up with Neelix cheese, so all the holograms stop working just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
And I love that Boimler says, "We've got enough time to clean up before we get to Earth, don't we?"
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And then that's kind of it, really. Everyone gets a promotion apart from Rutherford. Which I thought was
so rough. But
I wrote here, why does Rutherford not get promoted? And he says himself, well, engineers aren't supposed to break things.
Yeah, we're not meant to break things. We're the ones that are meant to fix things.
Yeah, so even though he does he saves the day as well, like with Boimler. I mean, it's a picture of him and Boimler on the Voyager ship.
Yeah, but I still think there's something more to it anyway, isn't there?
Yeah.
As I say, I haven't seen the rest of the series, so I don't know if he does finally get promoted or if they all get demoted again. So I don't know what's coming.
Oh, there's cool stuff, but with Rutherford later and Boimler. There's some cool things.
I can't remember which is the series that Rutherford starts realising that they wiped his memory. That was the season before,
that's season
wasn't
3,
it?
Yeah. That's season 3. And that's it. They all become Lieutenant Junior grades.
Junior grade, yeah.
And then next thing we know, we're on a Klingon lower deck ship.
The 4 episodes, I love the fact that they then go lower decks, Klingon ship.
Yeah.
So, why are you always, what was it? So you're sharpening your spear, and then, who's grateful they've got a sharpened spear now?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, because they get attacked by that ship, which
I still don't know what it is, because obviously I haven't seen.
Continued presence in this series.
Yes, because of course 4 episode 2 opens with the Romulans being attacked by the same ship.
Because it's all the same lower decks that we saw. Was it the end of season 3 when it did the after credits scene where it had the lower decks for the Klingons, lower decks of the Romulans and Vulcans, and then it was the after credits that had the lower decks of the Borg, and they're all just getting regenerated.
Yeah, just all regenerating. It's just quiet.
That was IX Cretus, actually.
Was it IX Cretus?
Was it the end of IX Cretus?
That was season 2. I don't think so.
Well, anyway, I'm sure that happens at the end of one of the episodes.
It does, yeah. And it's just all the Borg drones, and it's just like, It's a very, very clever way of doing it. But I did think having the lower decks, the fact that every race has a lower deck space, it's just brilliant. You can just do so much with it. Why the fuck is it cancelled?
I know, it's so frustrating. There's been loads of stuff I see on Twitter at the moment with, because I suddenly started following and being followed by loads of other Star Trek podcasters and stuff. Karen's been doing a lot of heavy lifting for me on there. Thank you, Karen. I'm just fucking useless.
No, you're not.
And there was one that had like a load of the women from different Star Treks on the panel, and it has the lady who plays Mariner, and I was like, I feel bad for you because your one's got cancelled, even though it had one of the girls from Picard, which is now obviously not doing any more Picard, but she might be in that other series that they may or may not be doing, the rumoured
who knows
what they're
but
doing.
I couldn't give a shit about it.
I just want more Lower Decks. I want more Lower
Decks, and it's one of the highest rated Star Treks that they've had, and they've just fucked it right up.
Right, let's rant in a minute. Let's end this section, then we can rant.
Transfer complete.
Right, now you're allowed to rant. I've just put a noise in between the two sections.
Paramount are cunts. You cannot cancel one of your highest rated Star Trek spin-offs and just go, well, we did. No.
We've gone through this before. Why do that thing in London last year that we went to, which they did around the globe? They did it in...
It was a global thing. I know it was to do with an anniversary of Star Trek at the same time, but the point is, it's the only Star Trek, even with how good CGI is nowadays and how good prosthetics and everything like that is, it's the only Star Trek they could actually do anything they want.
Yeah.
Look at Star Trek, the original series. Love it. Very hard to watch now, but if you've got that kind of retro love for it, and like you said, you've got the nostalgia for it, you get through and you enjoy it still. I'd never seen Star Trek, the original series, the animated series, and I've watched it all now, and it's flipping wonderful because they could do all the things they wanted in the original series that they couldn't do.
Yeah.
And that's what the animated series gave them the ability. So it's like, oh, hang on, it's animated. We can do whatever we want here. And they did. And Lower Decks is exactly that. And they've got something that's funny, it's moving, it's got characters people like, and it's got an infinite storyline. You can do whatever you want with it as long as you've got good writers, because it's animated. It doesn't need to end. And instead, what have they done? They're just going, no, we're going to pull the plug.
Yeah.
Why?
The thing is, what they could have done as well, they could have made it on the fringes of the universe. Like, I think that 3D animated one is, what's it called? Prodigy.
Oh, Prodigy.
That feels like it's on the fringes of it. It's obviously part of it because of the characters that are in it, because I know Janeway's in it. But it feels like it's just on the side as a thing. Whereas this is slap bang right in the fucking middle.
It's Star Trek Light.
It is in there. It talks about everything, crosses over everything, gets really involved.
It covers everything. You're right. Prodigy is Star Trek Light. It is Star Trek Diet version. And the reason they've done that is because it's a good way to get people into Star Trek.
Yeah.
You don't want to go full on Trek for someone that's never seen it before, because honestly, I can see why it puts people off.
Prodigy is what I'll show T first.
Absolutely.
When he gets to a point of asking me what I like, and I tell him I really enjoy sci-fi and I like Star Trek, I think I'll show him Prodigy first, and we'll watch it together. That's what I think I'll do.
100%, and that's a good thing to do, because I say,
because it'll get him to Star Wars too.
It gives them that's it. 100%. Star Wars all
throwback
the way.
To that Prodigy episode.
Definite throwback. But that's the point. They were very clever with that, even though they terminated that to start with. It's a good entry point for people that aren't unwilling to watch sci-fi, but maybe unwilling to watch something that they've been told is very much, oh no, Star Trek is very much geeks and you've got to be a specific person to watch Star Trek. I mean, we're proof that you don't have to be. Jesus. Two people very, very different to what most people consider the standard Trekkie. And let's face it, we still have that over everyone's head. If you say you're a Trekkie, most people think you've probably got NHS standard glasses, you know, the old bottle bottom ones. You've got zits, greasy hair, and probably a 4XL top. That's what people tend to think. And it's mean, it's not true, but it's the generic standard people have. Same with Star Wars. Most Star Wars people get labelled that. Prodigy gets away from that. by being fun and slightly different, and then you can kind of anchor into, well, what are you going to go from Prodigy? Obviously can't go to Lower Decks if they're a kid, but maybe you're going to show them a couple of your favourite episodes of Next Gen. Maybe you go Deep Space Nine if they're more into like the darker side of things, or maybe you go straight into Voyager. I don't know, but there's ways that you can go, and there's all different Star Treks for different people's appreciations of different things. Lower Decks, like you said, covers it all.
I feel like people who watch Star Trek could be like, oh, you know what? I like Deep Space Nine, but I don't like this one. Or I like Voyager, like I'll say, I like Voyager, but I don't like Deep Space Nine. Or I like the original series. I never got into Next Gen. I like this one. I don't think anyone didn't get into Next Gen. But I think everyone as a collective Star Trek fan likes Lower Decks. I don't really have not seen people say they don't like
this.
It.
Was atrocious. It's Gene Roddenberry will be rolling in his grave.
No one is saying it from what I've seen.
No, I've not seen that. And for good reason. Because it's solid. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's safe. That's the thing. Just like every other Star Trek for me, I can sit down and watch Lower Decks and know what's coming, and it's going to really cheer me up. I always come away in such a good mood after watching Lower Decks.
Yeah. I'm still... I go back to it again. We went to that thing, and they just, it was by Paramount, and they were going on about how, like, we were watching these trails on the screen, saying how important Star Trek animation was to them, and how what an amazing thing it was, and then
they do a big dump on it.
Less than a year later, they're saying, there's not going to be any more of that. What the fuck is this then?
Yeah. It's disgraceful. Utterly disgraceful.
But anyway, that about stuff's out of the way. This is a fucking brilliant episode.
100%.
I mean, every episode is good. There are some better than others, but this one, it's Gretus.
Not that I've seen the rest of the series, but I'd say right now, this is the episode to watch a series for.
If I was going to... Like we said when we were at the very beginning, when we were talking about this on the main show, on the variety show, Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was better. 3 was a little bit better. 4 is just as good as 3.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go and say they improved. I think they just kept
hit a peak and it stayed consistent.
Yeah. So that's the only concern I have for Season 5. When they wrote it, did they know they were writing the last one? From my understanding, they'd hoped there was going to be 7 series. So,
which is a fairly generic thing for Star Trek. Most have 7 series.
So am I expecting that they're going to be rushing some storyline, which they don't need to do because they just don't need to do that?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with the end of it? Are they going to throw all of their fun bits into this and it's going to be absolutely wonderful and end on a massive high, and then Netflix will come back with Season 6 and it not be any good because they've put all their ideas into 5?
And that's the worry, isn't it? And change of writers and change of direction.
Yeah.
Did they kill someone off?
I wouldn't be surprised if after this we see another sci-fi cartoon come out which is not Star Trek and it's got these guys doing it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Imagine an Orville doing a Lower Decks. I
Mm.
mean, Orville is kind of a live action Lower Decks almost.
Realistically, it is.
But, something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Really good. Everyone should watch it.
Save Lower Decks.
Okay, so everyone's homework. Season 1, episode 16 of Voyager, Learning Curve.
Yep.
And it is the Neelix cheese.
It is the Neelix cheese.
So we can all
episode.
together learn all about the Neelix cheese and how it got involved in this Lower Decks episode.
Delicious.
Command functions are offline.
I still haven't learned the words.
Well, you can do it.
Go help me, TJ, please.
Okay. If you'd like to find out more about Studio Channel 84 as a network, you can head to channel84.co.uk. If you want to find out more about the Untitled Trek Show, go to channel84.co.uk and select shows and Untitled Trek Show. There you'll find out about the episodes, you'll find about the USS Shitshow, and you will find all our social media links. That includes Twitter, aka X, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, you name it, we're on there. You can also email rob at channel84.co.uk. You can email me on tj@channel84.co.uk. Or if you'd like to speak to both of us at exactly the same time, you can do podcasts, that's plural, podcasts at channel84.co.uk. We are part of the Studio Channel 84 Indie Podcast Support Network. We're a little network of not local podcasts, but indie podcasts who like helping each other out. And that includes the Variety Show podcast, Random Stuff, based on nostalgia, parenting and everything else, Lightly Used, which looks at charity shop tat, and also Who Takes the Socks Off, which basically think of shows like QI or No Such Thing as a Fish. That's what they are. They answer the questions you didn't know you wanted an answer to. We are all aiming to be a little bit comedy, and you can find us on the Indie Support Network known as Studio Channel 84.
Thanks, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed what you've heard so far of the shit show, and there's more at the end. Keep listening all the way up to the beeps.
Yeah, don't press stop. No fast forwarding. You listen.
And there might be a little surprise for you as well, right at the very end. And then that's it for it. That is the penultimate episode. The final season 1 episode of Shit Show is Christmas. And we've got a really good idea if it all comes through. Ho, ho, ho. We'll see how it goes.
Ho, ho, no.
And then I'm gonna do my best to get a Trek roulette in, but I don't think it's going to happen because the Christmas one's going to take too long.
Yeah, fair enough.
So then I'll do a few Trek roulettes before any shit show comes back.
Sounds good to me.
Give my creativity a rest on that.
Good idea.
Thank you, everyone.
Deserve the rest. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Ooh, apparently there's sniffer dogs.
All right, mate, what's wrong? You don't normally call this late. I know you like your beauty sleep.
Oh, yeah, I bet you think I need it.
I wasn't going to say that, but you do sound a bit cranky.
Oh, cranky am I? Sure I'm not just a wanker, or am I both?
Okay.
Well? Well, am I a wanker?
Do you wank?
Don't we all?
Then yes, I guess by definition you are.
See, I told you so. He hates you.
You hate me, don't you?
No, not at all.
Liar!
Mate, what's going on?
You think I'm not good enough for that promotion, don't you?
Where is this coming from? Mate, you're going to be great.
He's lying.
You're lying.
Dude, I'm not. You're scaring me now. Come on.
He wants it for himself.
You want it for yourself.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to move up a rut or two, but we aren't even going for the same positions.
Liar!
He's grabbing something.
What are you grabbing?
He's going to hit you.
You're going to hit me?
Well, no! I just stumbled over this bloody table.
Liar! Get
Oh, what? Let go! Fuck me, Australia! Let go!
He wants to kill you.
You want me to kill you, don't you?
What?
If I kill you first.
Tom, get back!
What the fuck's happening?
What's happening? Help me! Help! I can't control.
Fucking die!
Oh no. Hello there, little guy.
Rob, what's happening?
I can't stop it, Tom. I'm sorry.
Fucking die!
All yours, buddy. Go get him.
Time to take out the trash.
Airlock manual override confirmed. Automatic personnel safety measures enabled. Closing airlock. Repressurizing cargo bay.
Tom? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't control it. It wasn't me, Tom. It wasn't me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Tom! Tom! Speak to me. Are you okay? Speak to me. Are you okay?
Brother. Brother.
Oh no.
Tom. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Datapad load complete. Identity check confirmed. Beginning message playback.
Your failure to both secure the anomaly and safeguard the members of your SI team has resulted in an activation of Section 31's deletion protocol. Your connection with Starfleet intelligence and that of your agents have been stricken from all accessible databases. You have been disavowed. Agent Court, you will not fail us again. Your quarters will self-destruct immediately.
Oh, no!
Thank you for listening to the Untitled Trek Show. This station is now shutting down and will be back in 2 weeks. May the Force live long and prosper inside of you.
Where the fuck is that useless captain?
Ma'am, we can't wait any longer. They are 2 hours late for rendezvous. We have to assume something has gone wrong. If the anomaly hasn't been acquired, we must act.
I know!
Karen?
Fleet Admiral Monk, what are you doing here?
You don't know, do you? Typical. Just another Frey in an ever-growing list, Karen. Agents, you are dismissed. Karen, walk with me.
What's going on?
This morning, Starfleet intelligence have notified of an incident on the USS Shitshow involving the anomaly. It appeared to possess one of the crew. Said crew member then went on a killing spree.
What?
Whilst we aren't aware of the full extent of the damage, we do know the anomaly was eventually contained and destroyed.
Destroyed how?
Something to do with Runevers. But that is none of your concern. It appears to be above your pay grade.
Above my pay grade? But Mom, I'm an Admiral.
You were an Admiral. You've been stricken that rank and all of its privileges. You, Karen, are a captain once more.
Mom, but...
No buts, Captain. This is your last chance of redemption. Fail again in your career in Starfleet is finished.
Mom, may I ask? What's my posting?
The shit show, Karen.
What about Captain Telfer?
Don't worry about him. His failures are being dealt with more privately.
Explosion detected on the USS Shitshow. Multiple decks venting atmosphere. Escape pods launched. Station impact defenses activated and holding.
Looks like you'd best get started.
Oh, God.
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now. It's that seasonal time in the far distant future where a friendship was born, but was destroyed by a creature of smoke or a creature of ambition. How can you tell? Just another failed mission. It's the time for your family, a time for your friends. But in this Star Trek story, is that how it ends? A lifetime of toil for our lower decks pair, but treason and selfishness filled our winter's air. On the eve of Trek Christmas, we find our lonely Rob having nightmares and visions. What an absolute knob. A Christmas shit show coming to a podcast player near you this festive season.